Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to get started here with a few comments. Good evening, everyone. Just want to get started with a few comments. So, thanks, Laura. So I want to welcome everybody here tonight. Thank you for coming out. My name is Lafayette Eaton. I'm the chair of ER Democratic Committee. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight in support of Mark and Chad in their campaign for village trustee. We have a lot of special guests here tonight to speak on their behalf. So I'll go ahead and start right away with John Baines from County Legislature.
Great. Yeah. Yay, thank you. I actually have an election on Tuesday, and because I'm unopposed, I might win, but I appreciate everybody's support coming out. I'm so proud of East Rochester. I wore my East Rochester shirt. And, you know, Mark and Chad are both dynamic, they're both committed, and they're both interested in making ER better. So we're very proud of both of them. But I'm even, you know, luckier to have the next two speakers come up, and I'm going to hand them this cool microphone. Two heroes of mine who have been game changers for our school district, for our communities. Powerful, brilliant, and effective women. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Samra Brook, our senator, and our assembly member, Jen Lunsford.
Thank you. We're going to come up together. Can someone verify that we're both in the shot when we're here? Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much. I am Assembly Member Jen Lunsford. I am here with Senator Samra Brook. We'll go back and forth. As many of you know, I moved my district office here in East Rochester because I see so much promise in this community. And I'm so inspired by the race I've seen Mark and Chad run. You know, we've been knocking doors here for years, and the enthusiasm I'm seeing in the community is a function of the message that they're bringing and the vision that they have for this community. You know, it's time to bring some fresh perspectives. Even though Mark is born and raised, got East Rochester in his blood here, he still brings a fresh perspective. And it's so important that we have voices that represent everyone in this community, those whose sisters, brothers, cousin built the building that we're in, and people who have chosen this community as their home. I'm incredibly proud to support them. I encourage everyone to come out to vote. Early voting is currently happening. You can early vote at any of our county early voting sites through Saturday. On Election Day on Tuesday the 7th, you're going to be voting at whatever your designated polling place is. But either way you do it, come out and vote. So I'm going to hand it over to Samra.
Thank you. We like to do everything together. Thanks, Jen. So in case you didn't realize, this is your state legislative team. I mean, how lucky are you to have two incredible, focused, democratic women really here to serve you? And so I couldn't agree more with everything Jen said, but something I was thinking as she was talking was two quick things. One is, yesterday I had the honor of being on a call that was actually a Biden-Harris 2024 call, but with a focus on local elections. And I just want everyone here to know that what Mark and Chad are doing is part of a much bigger movement that's happening all over New York State and all over this country, which is Democrats are running in local races that they generally have not run historically. And they are finding a path to victory. And I think that's why it's so huge. So know that you are a part of that story, and we need people who are willing to, quite frankly, take time away from their families, even though we see some beautiful young girls here today. And it is a sacrifice, but I do believe that they continue to do this work because they know that it's worth it. And I know that Jen and I, as moms of very small kids as well, also believe it's worth it. And so when you raise your hand and you say, I'm going to create the path to victory that may not have existed before I stepped foot into this work. I'm going to take that time. I'm going to sacrifice my work, my children, my family, all of that, my free time, because who knows, you had free time before. Not anymore, not through November. But when someone says that, it really is on all of us to really stand behind them and really be that wind behind them to make sure that we actually get over the finish line. So I know that both Jen and I would be so honored to be able to work with you both in these public positions. And we really look forward to being able to text you in our next budget negotiation when we're trying to figure out what does East Rochester need. We can go straight to you. And that's how you all will feel the difference having these two as your village trustees. So thank you both so much for running. You have our endorsement 150%. And please make sure everyone gets out and votes. And thanks for being here.
That was, no one could see that. That was cute.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Here, I'm over here. Yeah, here. So campaign's coming to an end, but it's not slowing down. Yeah.
No, well, we've got to this point, and it's due to all of you supporting us, working really hard. It should not be Mark and Chad. It should be Chad and Mark. This guy is an Energizer Bunny. He has really worked very hard at making this happen for this village. He believes in this village. He's putting his family here. He wants to make a difference.
Thanks, Mark. That means a lot to hear. Thank you. Yeah, first, John, thank you. Jen, Summer, thank you guys for speaking to us. I do want to take a moment too and just say thanks to Lafayette. Really, Lafayette's our town leader, and he's put a ton of work into our campaign as well. Countless coffee meetings, and we've I think we found a great path to victory, and there's no secret to it. It's just get out and tell people that we have a vision, we have a plan, but the plan is contingent on what they think. Let them know. Does that make sense to you? Should we change it? What matters to you? And that's the thing I'm so proud about is we've got one of our best turnouts here for our social hours. It's great to see some Mark and Chad shirts and pins, and we've got all this great support from our community and from people in different levels of government too. And we are building something here, and I'm really proud of that.
We are, and we have the dynamic duo from the legislature working to help us and backing us. So thank you very much. We just believe that the people here should have more say, should have a bigger involvement in the direction of their community, the welfare of their community. And we want to get on the front line and make that happen. So,
yeah. East Rochester it's just one of these really great small towns, but it can be even greater. And we've got such great bones, and we can do it all together. And we're talking a lot about Democrats, but it's not about a liberal agenda versus a conservative agenda. It's just about getting people out and opening up the government to the people and figuring out what people want, and then making East Rochester the best it can be. We've got our own ideas, but we need your ideas. And that's why we've knocked on hundreds of doors, thousands of doors. We've seen so much of this town, and but we just bumping into people and talking to them and seeing what matters to them.
Right. We've also, this is showing we're laying the ground roots for whatever the outcome may be. You're still going to have a healthy Democratic Party in East Rochester working for a future.
Yeah. So, absolutely. Yeah.
Mark, St. Nicholas Society objectives for everybody in East Rochester.
Tell us more. What do you mean?
I was at the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the conversation at the table.
Yeah.
Everybody in the St. Nicholas Society came as immigrants, as starting off families, and the St. Nicholas Society was there for them for their success.
Yeah. So for anybody
As
who
we will be for the rest of this future, the village.
For anybody who couldn't hear, who's watching online, so a comment from the crowd talked about the St. Nicholas Society. We just celebrated their 100th year. Started off as a welfare society for Italian immigrants in East Rochester, and we see that vein of the culture of East Rochester today.
Yes.
So first, kudos to Roseanne Fabi for participating and planning that. Really, there she is. Roseanne, thank you so much for everything you've done for us, for our campaign, but really for St. Nick's, you're driving that, and it was a wonderful event and celebrated 8 fantastic people. Yeah. And, I think that's right. I think that Noel's comment is a good one, is that we need to find ways to bring East Rochester up together. And that's not necessarily through government, but just through community action and engaging people. And that's why with this entire campaign, live streamed all of our talking points, and we have them recorded. So people, if they find out about us tomorrow, they can watch, for some reason, hours of us talking, right? And I think that that's a great thing. You know? Yeah. But people know where we stand. You know, we have real plans for taxes and for community engagement and for business development. And that's what we want people to know, what we stand for.
We've shown that we visual, we talk, we are always open to questions and available 24 hours to listen and work with you. That's what means most to us.
We love taking questions and comments from the crowd. Does anybody have anything else to say? Any questions, things that popped up in the last month? Well, you know, we're having a great time down here at Lucca's Northside, recently under new management, and really this place is just so great. We've come here, I think, now 3 times. If you're watching live right now and you just want to come down for a drink or an appetizer, no purchase necessary. Come on, come on down. We'd love to talk to you. Send us a message. We'd love to hear from you and just learn more about you and what you need from East Rochester.
It's a great new business that came into town.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for being here. It means a lot.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you guys on the 7th. Think about us on Election Day. Oh, where can everybody vote? We've got a planted question from the audience. No, so everybody is voting at the Ire Building this year. All right, so that's November 7th. That's Tuesday. The Senior Center, the first floor of the Ire Building. Open voting's open still. If you need, if you need a ride, send us a message. We've got minivans. We're ready to take people to the polls. We can take you early voting. We can take you day of. You should exercise your democratic right, and we want to enable that. Okay. And if you want to get your steps this weekend and put out some literature, we'd love your help too. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you all so much again. Have a good one.